today we're gonna go on a little mission, hit some ditch spots. We're at the first one right now. It's got a little DIY on it, but I'm gonna add some clear lacquer, enamel. This is gonna be really good for getting any spot to grind or slide because it's so crusty. Like, look at this, it's crust factor, but someone did add some transition down below, as you can see. I actually haven't skated the spot at all yet. I just wanna give it some love. And then I'm gonna change my wheels into the 93A Spitfires that I'm loving so much because they'll be perfect for all the spots we're gonna skate today. There'll be a little bit of an R&D / show you some skate spots and show you how these wheels really do. As you can see, the bottom of these stitch is really abrupt. So I think these wheels aren't only good for crust, but they'll also be good because I'm gonna be hitting like some really hard impact. So hopefully it takes the impact away. That's the goal. First thing is first, let's lacquer up this crust, change the wheels and get into a session of multiple spots today. This first one, I think I'm just gonna go that way, like towards the camera. It's pretty crusty up here. I'd like to slide this all the way into past this line, so I'm gonna lacquer up all this little area. All right, I'm gonna let this dry while we go set up my wheels. Maybe not, I don't know. It'd be cool to like grind this all the way off. So I'm trying to get a frontside 5.0 all the way off this pull coping, but as you can see right here, it's like flaking off. So the paint is like really grabbing me, not allowing me to 5.0. The wheels are really helping, but yeah, we gotta move on from this thing because I'm just suffering over here. So we got the spot going, nice and lacquered up. As you can see, there's some something's happening. This water is about to creep into here, and yeah, spot's not going anywhere. We're gonna have to hold on to this one for next time because it's getting wet up here too. Kind of dangerous on top of the lacquer. I don't know what's going on up there. Sketchy. Maybe they're like, homies come over here trying to get clips. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's definitely like something's happening here. All right, well, since we got flooded out from the other spot, I brought the rub book out. I might try to get some of this paint off so that we can get a grind all the way off it. I mean, I don't want to go too hard because I obviously don't want to like rub too much of the pull coping, but just enough to get that little paint layer off. Then we'll add some more lacquer on there. We have one more spot today, but they also have these classic shaped wheels, which are really nice. These are the, I think these are classic. Yeah, just the classics. These are the opposite of the shape I'm skating right now. I'm gonna give these to my buddy Matt. He skates a lot of curves. We'll see how they skate. But yeah, I don't know if I got anything else in me. Check out one more spot.
Slice right that bitch.
Oh my.
Fuck that.
That's a heavy door. In there, but it's not. Got the next ditch spot. Pretty cool quarter pipe. We skated previously with the Sapphire wheels. Matt's already getting it going right now. This is one of the spots where soft wheels are going to be really nice because you have all this crusty asphalt into the concrete. Matt actually has some, I believe he has 99s on, so you can skate it without the soft wheels. The speed is a little bit of the challenge. 93s are going to be pretty nice. Look at this ground. Crunch. Yeah, you got to start way up here. This ditch right here is the first one that I ever made a how-to DIY skate spot, and it's pretty cool. I haven't been back here in like 5 years. Some of the things that I did build are taken out, and it looks like it wasn't from natural cause. It looks like it's from people actually demoing out, taking it out, because they even took the Bondo out. That's something that's like really hard to destroy. And then there's parts of the concrete that are still intact. So it makes me think like some people maybe didn't want skaters down here. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been back here, so it's a little bit nostalgic for me. There are some areas, like right here, for example, that are still skatable, so I'm excited to get a session here. Got Matt coming on the session, my buddy Andy might meet up, but yeah, I'm excited to skate these wheels down here because this is one of the spots that's like really hard to keep your speed because again, you have some like really bad kinks at the bottom of the ditch, and it's crusty. Like this ground is really crusty, so let's get into a session. I'm excited. This is a nostalgic moment for me, but I feel like I'm gonna have some big advantages with these wheels. We'll see. We ended up getting kicked out of that last spot I was just at. The sheriff came, so if you know where that spot is, you know where that ditch is, be careful when you go there. I think the neighbors called the cops on us. Actually, the sheriff was decently cool, as the sheriff can be. He was just doing his job. He's like, hey, someone called, you gotta get out. So we're at this ditch. It's nearby. It's kind of hard to skate. Like you go down this little tube right here, and then you basically shoot down, you drop it, and you do a little Euro gap up to this little ledge right here. And yeah, I'm gonna try to maybe get a tail slide or something, maybe just all lean into it. I just figured this is a cool spot right nearby, so we're gonna try to get a couple clips. As far as the wheels go on the last spot, they were really good, and actually I was slipping out all over the bank because it's kind of a steep wax bank. I think the wheels allowed me not to slip out as fast, so that's the nice part. They do slide, but they have a little bit of grab, so like you don't slip out, which is nice. So I tried a couple tail slides on here. I've actually tail slided before. It's like one of the self-film video parts, and I just cannot get myself up on top of there. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, it's a hard spot, but at least we got out here, tried it, making the attempt. That's what works. I do think the wheels here are really good, but they're kind of slow, so it's like a double wedge. It's like they're really nice for the crust, but they're a little bit slow. We're going down memory lane today. This is a beer can coping I did maybe like 4 years ago, and it's still here. Look at it. Pretty crazy that it's still here. I'll link the video up above, but yeah, this ditch is really cool. It's all sorts of, there's this crazy corridor thing right here. I don't know. It's one of those spots where it's kind of like hard to grind, hard to slide, but it's pretty cool. There's also a Euro gap up here. This may be one of those spots where the wheels are nice for the ground, but again, similar to the last spot, it's going to be really hard to get speed. So that's the one downfall to these wheels. Like it's really nice for crusty spots, but I'm finding the speed is pretty lacking. All right, so some final thoughts on the Splitfire 93 wheels versus the Crusty spots. I think they're super, super good. Like I said throughout the video, they're really good. You can slide them. They're much faster in crusty areas where there's like a lot of rough ground essentially. But where they are slow is things like my mini ramp in my backyard or like really smooth concrete, really good skate parks essentially. That's where you probably don't want to skate these wheels, and honestly they're not going to be a huge advantage, but that's not what they're for. They're for like really crusty spots, for street skating essentially. Like if you're just out in the streets, I would 100% recommend these. And if you're going to go skate ditches like any of the spots I skate in this video, these are going to be your go-to wheels in my opinion. I did do a video where I skated Dragons versus these. I still think the 93 Splitfire A's are better than the Dragons, and you know that's obviously a kind of a subjective comparison. I do think the impact on them is really good. I've seen Andrew Reynolds, he has been skating them, and they're not just his name on the wheel, he's actually skating them. And yeah, so if you like spots like that, I think they're great. In the crusty environments where the ground's really bad, they're going to be faster because they're not just like levitating on top of the ground. Where you have 99s or 101s, you're kind of like sliding more on top. So they do absorb the ground a little bit more, and it really depends on the type of spot that you're skating essentially. So if you're going to skate crusty spots, highly recommend getting these bad boys. Or if you like ditches or anything like that, they're going to be really good. And again, it really depends on how smooth it is, because if you have like some perfect ditch with really smooth ground, they're going to be nice and you can skate them and slide them and everything like that, but they're not going to be super fast. So there's pros and cons with any kind of new technology in wheels. This is just my honest perspective with them. There's going to be good moments with them, there's going to be bad moments. Like I was saying, on that one ditch spot where I did my fakie back 50 back to fakie, which is a trick I've never done before, thanks to my friend Matt who was filming, who gave me that idea. I think the wheels are really good because I was able to like get through some of that crunchy crust, and I was still able to slide to fakie, and some of the sliding actually worked to my ability. And what I mean to my ability is like they have a little bit of grab. They're not as slippery as like a 99, for example, where I'd be sliding out on that steep bank really quick, and there was some wax on the bank just probably from other people skating it. So in that situation, what I'm getting at is like the little bit of grippiness that it does have worked highly to my advantage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not ready to see more videos and reviews and skating in the ditches. I'm kind of taking a step back from just like kind of vlog style content. I'm trying to break up my videos where it's like a few or 5 days, maybe in like 4 or 5 different sessions, and then it's a one final video versus just going out and just like trying to jam pack everything into one video every day. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next one. Mash.